Sam Katz is a fancy feline who finds himself living a wild life in his New York City apartment when his owners leave for work every day. He's also the star of a new children's pop-up book called Sam Katz on the Loose, illustrated by Charles Fazzino. Frank and Vito Radis are the proud owners of Sam Katz, and they collaborated with him on this book. And we should also mention that Frank is also Senior Vice President of Advertising and Promotion here at NBC. Frank and Vito, nice to see you. Good morning.
Morning.
Little background. You're the guy who does a lot of our promotions here for NBC News. You're a musician, kind of a quirky, out-of-the-box thinker. Anything else I need to mention?
No, that's
okay.
fine. That's perfectly fine.
This is your first children's book, right?
Yes.
And so where'd you come up with this idea, other than you own this cat?
Well, actually, it was Vita's idea.
It was my idea.
Why did you think about this?
Well, we have lots of painting in our home, and he just kept looking at the painting. I said, well, he can travel with this painting. He's very much drawn to the painting.
So where does he go when we go away?
So you look at your cat.
And my cat is looking at the painting. I said, when I'm not home, where he goes? He goes to the painting, and he travels.
And so the idea is that when you're not there, he goes actually into these paintings and lives the adventure. And these are paintings of wild places like outer space and the like. Which is your favorite adventure that Sam Katz has?
I think the farm is the best one, especially because a kid can sit there and read the rhymes, the rhyming scheme, and see the things that the rhyme is talking about in the pictures. And, of course, it's a pop-up book, which is very different. They're not making many of these anymore. And these are the kind of books that I grew up with back in the 1920s.
Yeah, right, the 1920s, right? And Charles Fazzino, who is the pop-up artist, is a very well-known pop-up artist, and you connected with him having seen him on the show one day.
Yeah, I was sitting in my office, which is just across the way, and I was watching the show, and I saw Charles down there, and I just said, wow, look at that stuff. And I ran downstairs, and I said, how would you like to illustrate our book? And he looked at the manuscript, and he said, sure, I'd love to do that. And that's how that all became a reality.
I'm going to ask you to get ready to read a page from the book, but we should also mention that the real Sam Katz, your cat, which is Sam Katz the second,
right?
Yes. Is kind of a miracle cat because he survived like a 5-story fall out of a hotel.
5-story, not a hotel, actually. We have a house there.
And he fell off the balcony?
And he left, we took him, 3 o'clock in the morning, he had an accident.
Yeah.
We took him to the hospital, and he had a few surgery, and he lived.
And he lived, and the vets called him the flying cat.
And said actually if he had fallen from lower, he wouldn't have survived because he didn't have a chance to write it.
That's right,
If you jump over the second floor, you wouldn't have survived.
It's amazing. I would have thought he was going to be dead. I went downstairs, there he was, and he was shaking. He was still alive. We took him to a vet, 3 in the morning. I can't speak French. We're in France. We show up, and there's an English-speaking vet at 3 in the morning, takes care of the cat.
And a year later, the cat is found out. Read me a page from Sam Katz on the Loose.
And you see, he forgot all about it.
Yeah, he doesn't even remember.
You've talked to him, and
he's a star now, for God's sake.
Glad to hear that.
Okay, and now we're talking about the farm, because this is a farm. It's a fabulous place, this farm, where Sam goes to visit his friends on the farm that he knows. See the farmer, his wife. If you take a look, it looks a little bit like Donald Trump did the other night on the Emmys. See the farmer, his wife, and the field full of corn, and the sun rays beat down on this dazzling morn. And please take a look at the pigs near the shed, at the cow, chicks, and hens in the vegetable bed. And next to the barn, where a swift stream runs by, the cattails grow tall, and the fishes jump high. But now it's time to go someplace that's new. The adventure goes on as he heads to the
zoo.
There you go.
There you go.
So the
much
kids,
pressure.
I got you. You got to make the rhyming scheme before the kids can turn the page.
And so there's another book in the works already?
We're working on one. Well, it's up to Random House, but we're working on one where he jumps into the postcards in our apartment and gets to go to Europe.
What age group, by the way, is this?
It's 3 to 8.
3 to 8.
3 to 8.
I see cartoon series. I see animated movie. I see
T-shirts, cups,
big,
mugs,
huge things.
plush
huge
dolls.
Things for you. Which would get you out of doing the promos for
That's
our
what
show.
you want.
Also, right? Frank and Vito Radis, thanks very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for introducing us to Sam Katz.
Thank you.
Thank you.